What's up, adventurers? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, The Green Knight. This is my co-host and research assistant, Bartholomew. Tonight I want to dive back into the r/NeckBeard stories, the tales of Sir Todd, the Knight in Shining Denim. Now, in our research for parts 2 and 3 of this story, we discovered that the story was cross-posted onto RedX Reads personal subreddit, and it is absolutely not my intention to step on the mighty RedX's toes. I really respect him as a creator. He was actually one of my inspirations when starting my channel. But I think there is some value in multiple Reddit creators reading the same story because we can provide varying perspectives on it. And while RedX likes to take a more trace amounts of scientific approach to these NeckBeard stories, I like to tackle them from the viewpoint of someone who was previously a NeckBeard. So I think there is some different kind of context that I can add to these stories. So that being said, let's dive right back on into the tales of Sir Todd, the Knight in Shining Denim. From user Rookie Raccoon 17, Sir Todd Part 2, A Rose by Any Other Name. Thank you everyone for your support and feedback from this story. I have many months worth of stories from our wonderful friend Todd. Some have brought up the question of how Todd was able to get this job even with having poor hygiene. Yeah, that is actually a question that I got about this story. So, how did he get this job, Rookie Raccoon? In short, the majority of the hiring process done with our company is done virtually, and there is very little in-person interaction prior to orientation and training. Now, I can only assume whoever did the on-campus interview had lost all sense of smell, but somehow Todd passed the smell test initially. Or he cleaned himself up just for the interview and then went back to his poor hygiene afterwards. I would also like to mention that, yes, I have been rude to Todd on many occasions and could easily be considered an asshole for treating him the way I have in the past. At least you're self-reflective, OP. But that being said, it's no excuse for Todd's foul behavior. But personal hygiene is one of my pet peeves, and I struggle quite a bit when I work with others who do not take pride in their appearance or personal well-being. That being said, I do not go out of my way to be mean to Todd, but simply put, I have a quick tongue and the gift for making colorful insults when given the chance to let one loose. And I usually take the opportunity. Enough about me being a dick, and let's continue on to our next story. As always, I do realize that my story could be categorized as a NeckBeard story, but I see it as a 50-50 toss-up, so I'll let you, the audience, decide. 50-50 to do what? It is absolutely a NeckBeard story. I haven't seen, are you saying r/nice guys? Because nice guys and NeckBeards are pretty much the same in most respects. Alright, most of the cast list is pretty much the same, so I'm just going to summarize instead of going through it all again. So the cast: Steve, the Australian, who's big and muscly, has a good heart, and apparently is some kind of assassin. Calvin, the best friend, who was not mentioned in the last story. Hopefully he'll show up in this one. JJ, the low-key Asian dude, who was also not mentioned in the last story. So hopefully these are not unnecessary introductions. Todd, the antagonist, the big, heavy, stinky neckbeard. Riker, me, the totally sweet and dope OP, who's absolutely, totally awesome and not an asshole. Alright, new character, Rose. A very pretty redhead that worked in our department sometimes. She's known as a floater, meaning someone who's moved around the hospital helping out different units when they are short-staffed. Rose is very strong-willed and doesn't take shit from anyone. Hopefully not even you, OP. Rose stands approximately 5'7" with bright red hair down to her shoulders and is about 105 pounds soaking wet. Oh, she's a itty-bitty thing. She has a wicked sense of humor and could definitely give Conor McGregor a run for his money with how fast she can fire off insults. That's it for the cast of the second episode. Clearly some of this has been copy-pasted. Scene 2, Act 1. After Todd's first few hours and getting him settled down from all the excitement of the pretty girls he saw, he didn't have any real noticeable incidents until about a week later. Sure, Todd smelled bad, and as I described before, he didn't even wash his hair, and the layer of crusty white skin chips was steadily growing as each day went on. Does he not change his clothes either? That's kind of gross. Todd would often make an awkward comment here and there throughout the day, but nothing so out of pocket until he met one of the nurses who often floated between the departments, helping out whenever and wherever needed. The true nice guy came out of him near the beginning of the night on roughly his 5th or 6th shift. We were standing around talking as it had been a relatively quiet afternoon, and we were feeling a little relaxed. No one was dying, no fights were happening, and there was no homeless guy outside rubbing his junk on cars in the parking lot. That's a whole different story for a different day. JJ, he has appeared. That's good. Oh, and Calvin's here too. Alright, nice. No superfluous characters this time. JJ, telling us all about a new D&D campaign he was running. Yeah, it's been, great actually having a group I can rely on to actually get together every week. They've all gotten really into the pirate theme of the campaign, and when I say gotten into it, I mean the most inappropriate foul-mouthed pirates I could have ever imagined. That's cool. I want to run a pirate D&D campaign. I'm just working out the mechanics of ship battles because I feel like that's going to happen more often than actual battles. Anyway. Oh, Calvin. What kind of voice am I going to give Calvin? He's getting a nerd voice. Calvin. So, do you have any limitations on the game since it's a pirate-themed campaign? Like, excluding certain species or classes to try and make it more authentic? Nah, not really. I love player freedom within reason. I have one guy who's playing a swashbuckling warforged cleric, whose whole purpose is to find enough gold to pay his deity's priestess to turn him into a real boy. He also thinks that by taking the skins of his fallen enemies and stapling it to his mechanical form will please his deity and speed up the process. We all start laughing at the horrifying idea of having a sword-wielding robot come raiding your ship or town with bits of human skin dangling off him, yelling, "I am a real boy, I am a real boy." Steve, holy shit, that's gonna haunt my dreams tonight. Me, I think I just found out what my next character is gonna be. Don't steal character's idea, OP, that's not cool. Todd, I don't get what's so funny about that. Why would a warforged have a deity and why would he be a pirate? You should have shot that down. That's a stupid idea. Dude, it's a game. I don't care about things too serious, and yeah, it's a fucking awesome character. Honestly, his whole backstory has given me so much content to work with. Dude, I don't know if you're new or just lazy, but that's terrible GMing. No one wants that stupid robot in their game. Well, you fuck off. It's not your game, and it's not your character. No one cares that your daddy didn't love you enough to come back with the milk. He's off buying cigarettes and never came back. Todd opens his mouth to say something back. Let me just stop you right there. He holds up his massive Australian kangaroo crushing hand. No one asked, no one cares, and no one ever will. Now, if you want to know what a kick puppy looks like, that probably would be the best way to describe the look that came over Todd's face. His shoulders slumped, and he looked absolutely defeated. I'm imagining, those snow cleaning videos when they're cleaning the snow off roofs. So when he slumps his shoulder, all the dandruff just slides off. Todd, you can't say that to me. That's not appropriate. Me, dude, you started it. You went after JJ's game and his friends. Don't be a dick, and we won't be a dick back to you. Just chill and be happy. Todd huffs, glares at us, and storms off down the hall and around the corner. Kelvin, walking down the hall, past Todd towards us. Why does Discount Rocky Balboa look like he's gonna cry? Me, Steve said mean things to him. Steve, I tell the truth. He can go anger masturbate for all I care. Don't encourage him to masturbate, because you know he will. The group starts laughing again, but are interrupted as we get a call for a trauma coming in by helicopter. With that call for the next couple hours or so, we are busier than we've been all day, running around and making sure that this high priority patient is taken care of. Everything finally winds down and we get back to our work. Or maybe walk. Maybe they're making stir fry.
I always make Lana stir fry on Friday.
Neat. Listen.
Guess what we call it?
Stir Friday.
Wow, that's actually better.
Me, finally sitting down after actually having to work for my money. I am so tired. Can I go home? JJ, you can go home if you give me a little kiss and some snuggles. Me, don't tempt me with a good time. I will hop right over there and mount you if that means I can leave in 10 minutes. Why 10 minutes? I only need 5. All the dude bro humor in this. From around the corner comes Rose, one of our floater nurses. Rose is a fiery redhead with a wickedly dark sense of humor and no filter to block the intrusive thoughts that she has. Oh, okay, so she's another dude bro. Rose, that's why you're single, JJ. You put in the full 10, you might actually satisfy a girl well enough for her to stick around. Me, oh damn, JJ. Do you want me to go get some water for that burn? JJ, hey, I don't need a girl when I've got you bending me over like that every time you see me. Rose, JJ, that was so... Just as she was in the middle of her sentence, we smelt the familiar, flavorful scent of slightly rotted garlic wafting down the hall. Rose, what the hell? Looks at me. You just shoving whole garlic into your ass now? Me, don't blame that on me. That's Todd. Before Rose can ask who I'm talking about, Todd comes around the corner, huffing and puffing like he just ran a mile, a bright sheen of sweat glistening on his forehead, and I can see 2 dark stains around his armpits. The smell of garlic is overwhelming. Oh, he's just sweating garlic oil at this point. JJ, dude, what happened to you? Todd, the elevator was broken, so I had to take the stairs up to the cafeteria. Me, dude, it's 2 flights of stairs. How are you sweating so much? Todd, I forgot my wallet and had to come back and get it. Then, when I got back to the top of the stairs, my phone fell out of my pocket and bounced all the way to the bottom, so I had to go down and come back up. I had to do that 3 times. Just then, Todd's muddy brown eyes made their way to Rose. I watched as he obviously eyed her up and down a few times, let out an audible "oh mama" under his breath. Todd stuck out his sweaty hand, offering it to Rose. My friends call me Todd. You don't have any friends.
You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
But you can call me anytime. But Tish. He did his best attempt at a sly smile, pleased at what he thought was the smoothest pickup line ever created. Now, granted, it really wasn't the worst pickup line we've ever heard, but it lost all of its charm when you're drenched in sweat and smelling like fermented garlic knots. I watched as Rose looked at his hand, pulled out a blue latex glove before shaking it. Todd grinned and held onto her hand a little too long. Okay, that's a sick burn, putting on a glove before shaking someone's hand. That's good, that's good. I wish I carried gloves in my backpack so that I could pull that on someone. Todd, what's your name, my fair lady? I swear, if he had a fedora on at that point, he would have absolutely tipped it. Rose, taken. Rose pulled her hand away and carefully pulled off the now contaminated sweat glove, throwing it away. Taken? You're gonna be that rude and not tell me your name? Rose, not when you call me fair lady. Besides, Riker over there is my boy toy. We're not together and I have no idea why she said my name. Todd, his eyes darting over to me, his face a look of what I can only describe as a mix of disgust and rage. I see. Well, if you give me the chance, I can show you that I'm a pretty nice guy. He smiles again, putting on his best friendly grin. I know I don't know you, but I am excited for the chance to show you I'm worth it. Rose takes a step back. Yeah, I'm gonna go. With that, she turns around and walks down the hall. Todd turns to me. He's narrating his stage directions. How did someone like you get that gorgeous specimen? You're an asshole. Me. She just likes me because I'm autistic. Todd takes a deep breath. You don't deserve her. Me. Probably. She knows what she wants though, and it's clearly me for some reason. I wink at him. Todd. Whatever. She needs a real man, a nice guy, someone who can protect her, someone like, JJ? A knight? Todd. Yes! I will be her white knight, and I will save her from you. she will see that she deserves a real man like me that will treat her right and will give her the kids she deserves. Literally calling himself a white knight, like, unironically, is pretty key. JJ, you'll be her knight in shining denim. Todd looks at JJ. Better that than your stupid pirate robot. He turns and walks off again. I will stop this part for now. It's getting a little long and I don't want to spoil the next part for you guys. Once again, thank you all for the support you have given me so far. Once again, twice again, I will try to upload the next part within a day or two. Yeah, girls don't like being miladied. It's weird and creepy. Like, that kind of language hasn't been used for a long time. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about all these characters just dude broing all over the place. I mean, good on Rose for standing up for herself and shutting down this NeckBeard's advances, like, pretty definitively, because sometimes that's what it needs, but clearly it doesn't always work. Especially with, like, r/nice guys, they don't like taking no for an answer, and they think that they can, like, prove that they're better than your current boyfriend. And if that's your attitude towards wooing women, stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
I mean, Todd didn't do anything super egregious in this part. Yeah, he's a little weird and creepy, but, like, he hasn't done anything awful just yet. Clearly, he still hasn't taken a shower, but I think we all know my opinions on showering at this point.
Do it! Just do it!
I don't like so much that he's trying to be gatekeepy about someone else's D&D campaign, though. Like, people will run their campaigns the way they want to run them, and it's not on you, a player who's not a part of that campaign, to tell them what is and is not right. Like, I think the idea of a Warforged trying to become a real boy is actually kind of funny. So, to each their own. If you don't want to play a character like that, you don't have to. And you don't have to disparage other people who do. I'm really trying to think of some advice that we can give to Todd to help him cure his neckbeardiness in this one, but he didn't really do too much in this episode. He said, yeah, don't try and steal girls away from their boyfriends. That's never the play.
It's wrong. It's wrong!
Especially because it's super transparent. Like, girls are smart, man. Girls are smarter than boys 90% of the time. And they can see through shit like that. They're like, oh, I just want to be friends. Yeah, sure, okay. I'm just a nice guy. No one who ever says they're a nice guy is really a nice guy. Also, nice is kind of a weird word. I feel like it's more performative. Like, oh, you say I'm trying to be nice. You shouldn't have to try. Nice is something that people can describe you as, but it's usually synonymous for, like, kind or courteous, considerate, empathetic. So don't try and be nice. Try to be kind. It's like trying to be funny. If you're trying to be funny, you just seem like a tryhard, and you end up being the opposite of that thing. So, yeah, just be a good person. Don't. Being a good person means not trying to steal girls away from their boyfriends, whether they're actually their boyfriend or not. They have expressed a disinterest in you, and you need to respect that. Like, I know it's the most cliche thing ever, but no means no, bro. And that's it. That's the end. That's going to be it for me and Bartholomew for now. If you enjoy, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. I've also started doing midnight walks on live stream because I like walking at night and I like chatting with you guys. And if that tickles your fancy too, then don't forget to ring the notification bell to know when I go live. And until then, don't forget, drink lots of water, do lots of push-ups, stay safe till next time.